Welcome back. It's an old news that youth has been a focus of most of the companies in the country. But when it comes to communicating to a 17-year-old to a 21-year-old, it's got its own set of challenges. We met a couple of brand experts at the Youth Marketing Summit in Delhi to get their point of view. Take a look. The recently concluded Youth Marketing Summit 2011 was an action-packed affair where stalwarts of the industry came together to discuss the perfect marketing mantra to captivate today's youth.
Most companies in India who have ended up appealing to youth in a big way haven't done so by design. They've ended up doing so by default. So if you take say the biggest sort of mobile phone service provider like Airtel, I mean they talk to a younger sort of imagery, and by default, because they're the biggest brand available, they're the most easy service to subscribe, they would have a huge youth population to them. If you look at a brand like Reebok, Levi's or any of the cafes, I think most of them have garnered the youth population more by default, so to say, than too much by design.
Going young by design or default. Youth marketing is much more than designing a campaign for the 20-something. And this is one sentiment that echoed throughout the summit. Communicating with a 17 to 21 target group is not without its own set of challenges.
Now it's your turn.
Shift of morality is a key trend, and keeping pace with it is not an easy task.
Just because I'm bindas doesn't mean I'm available.
It's no surprise then that a youth channel like Bindas has integrated words like Jugaad, Jhol in its programming content, in addition to investing in unconventional shows such as Emotional Athyachar or Big Switch.
The other pattern that we are talking about is this whole shift of morality, right? Earlier, the idea of morality was that whether it's good or bad will be decided by the society. But today the youth is saying that if this works for me personally, then it's part of my value system. So the youth, especially in India today, is using their value system to get what they want rather than to live up to the society. I think that's, to my mind, is a big shift with today's Indian youth.
Adaptability is the key to long-term survival. The narrative has changed with time, and rightly so. Brands no longer represent the norm, but rather are all about belonging, and this seems to work with today's youth.